roses from Rose Forever. You can get $15 off using my code Brooke ASMR15. Just as a way of saying thank you to them for sending me roses. I just think they're so pretty, and they inspired me to just match today. Who am I thinking I'm Maddie ASMR? Not me. I could never. But yeah, I just thought they were so pretty, and I wanted to say thank you for sending these to me. They actually sent me some flowers a few weeks ago, but we had a shipping issue. Like, the box came and it was messed up. Like, it says fragile all over the box. But it was like beat up. You could tell that whoever was carrying this package did not give a crap. And so the roses came a little beat up, and so I sent them a message and I was like, I'm sorry guys, like, I know it's not your fault, but I can't promote this item because it came beat up. And they were like, that is so unacceptable, let us send you some more. And right there I was like, you got me. Like, customer service is everything. So yeah, if you check them out, I would highly recommend, just as a nice Mother's Day gift or birthday gift, wedding gift. They last for over a year, or up to a year, I think. Looking so fresh and beautiful, just like this. Like, how cool is that? For Mother's Day, I want to get my mom some yellow ones because it's her favorite flower. So, without further ado, thank you to Rose Forever for sending me that lovely bouquet. Thank you, I appreciate it. And again, you can use my code if you want some money off, but I'm not like paid to say that. I don't get paid from you using it. Now, I have some coffee, as usual, in my butter gloves custom cup. It's an iced coffee, and you can buy a matching cup. To me, if you love these like 90s Lisa Frank vibes, you can get yourself a matching reusable Starbucks cup on her website, butterglovesdyes.com, like DYES, buttergloves dyes. And yeah, it's called like the 90s vibes reusable Starbucks cup, and it has the name Heather on it. Shout out to Heather. Alright, that was my stomach and my throat. Now, so much more gentle for a 2-year-old, but I guess it's just not. But anyway, that aside, I'm going to spill a little bit of tea. One of the things I don't know if I should say or not, so I'm gonna save it for a few things from now. Everyone has a smaller chance of actually hearing it. I don't know. I don't want to say it right now because more people will hear it. So, I'll tap on my phone case while I chat. Isn't this cute? One of you got it for me off of my Amazon wish list. And honestly, it's so much cuter than I even thought it would be. It was like $9. I'll link it below along with my necklace, which was $10. And this one I believe was $10 as well. I think I'm just looking around to see if I have anything else to link, but I don't think so. Let me just readjust. So, my hair is so soft and silky smooth. I did a leave-in conditioning treatment last night at about 3:30 this morning, because that's when I showered for the first time in like 4 days. I know. Okay, it was like 3 days, but still it felt like 4. Because we have been sick, we have not gone to the gym. I know we don't have COVID, but we just still have not gone to the gym out of respect for other people and not getting them sick. And on the off chance that we could have it and not know, So, we have not been able to go to the gym, and the gym is where I shower every day, and where sorry, there's a really loud plane. The gym is where I shower and get work done, and I've just had to do all that stuff at home, and so, no showers for me. But last night, I was like, I'm just gonna do it. I was so anxious, because last night I actually dropped my website, bestlifebabes.com, and this website is to empower women and to support them in their dreams, I guess, their goals, their aspirations of working for themselves from home, and doing so by, selling feed pics or whatever the case may be. And so I released the website and the first volume of my masterclass, which is an hour long of just stuffed full of information. And you also get like a file that says, every hashtag, every website, everything you could possibly ever need for starting your business and advertising. So I launched that at like midnight last night, and I just wanted everything to go smoothly, and so I was up till like 5:30 in the morning just dressing, and then my daughter woke up at 8. So I've been awake since then, so that's why this is my second iced coffee today. Shut up, you're a liar. I do this every day anyway, so it's not like, oh, today I was just so tired. Hi, my name is Brooke, and I'm addicted to caffeine. Caffeine. My nose is so stuffed up, it sounds funny. Hope you don't mind. I totally forgot that I was going to be tapping. So, the tea with the launching of my course is that it took me like 8 months. It took me like 8 months to launch this damn thing. it's just, a nanny is what I was looking for, and they're so expensive. Which, here's the thing, rightfully so. I have been a nanny, I have been a babysitter. They should be expensive. I'm keeping your children alive, like, pay me accordingly. So, it's hard because I was like, if I'm doing these classes and I make, like, let's say I was gonna have a limit of 20 participants in each class. Let's say I filled that whole class and I charged $10 for the class. That would mean that I would make $200. Well, if the class took me 3 hours to do, or 4 hours, like let's just say 3 hours, it would cost me around $30 to $40 for a nanny to come for those 3 hours and take my child away and keep her entertained. I would have to pay for whatever activity they were doing too, as well as her gas, because I'm not a jerk. And so let's just say $50. I was like, if I do that 3 times a week, that's $150 a week, and I wouldn't even get to like do anything else except that class, and it wouldn't have been worth it. And guaranteed I wouldn't have filled out every class. So what if it was just $100 that I made, and then I had to pay $50 to $60 to have somebody watch my kid? Like, it wasn't worth it. And there are so many times that I've wanted a babysitter or a nanny, like, really, really badly, but I just can't justify spending that money right now until I'm making more money. Like, if I make $100,000 a year, then I'll get a nanny. Like, then I'll do it. But otherwise, I can't justify it. But I think that's also part of the toxicity of, like, I can do it myself. Like, I don't need any help. I'm a boss woman. I'm a mother. I don't ask for help. I do it all by myself, and I get no help. And it's like that mentality that we're kind of supposed to feel that way. And so I'm wondering if that's it. Like, why would I pay someone to make my life a lot easier when I can do it myself? So I don't know. Maybe I'll reconsider it. But we had a few people that we were talking to, and then poof, they disappeared. So there were a couple that we really, really liked, and then they just never got back to us. So, bummeroony, but so I've had some issues with, back to the website and stuff, I had some issues today. I've basically just been putting out dumpster fire after dumpster fire and trying not to panic. Because I just wanted so badly for everything to go so smoothly and not to have any problems and such, but I've never built a website before. I've never ran a sale or a course on anything before. Low power mode, sorry. I've never done that, so there was bound to be some glitches, right? So I had some issues with, like, receiving payment. Some people's payments were not going through. So we had some email issues and things of the sort. We had issues with payments going through, and by we I mean me. I'm a lone ass entrepreneur ass bitch. So it was all me, right? And I'm no tech wizard. I am no such smart person. And so trying to figure it out by myself was hard. But I've been getting through it today. And I'm really proud of myself for how I've handled the stress. Because there were a couple of times when I was like about to completely flip out, and like I started shallow breathing and like just giving myself a panic attack basically. And then I heard a voice voice in my head that said, instead of thinking, oh, why is this so hard for me? Oh, why am I going through all of this? Flip it around and think, what is this teaching me? What lesson is this teaching me? And it was crazy. It was like instantaneously, I just calmed down. Because when I started thinking about that, I was like, wow, I'm really learning this lesson. You know, I'm learning so many things and learning how to fix these problems by myself and learning how to help people when they're having a problem with my website. I was just really proud of myself because it was like a flip of a switch in my head going from to all of a sudden like, oh, this is happening to teach me a lesson. I was just really proud anyway. And I was also proud of myself for managing my expectations, because so often I find myself disappointed. I find myself disappointed in situations that I expected to be like amazing. Let's say like a birthday. If I was going into my birthday thinking, this is going to be the greatest day of my life, and I'm going to have the most fun I've ever had, and I'm going to get all these wonderful gifts, and my friends and family are just going to have such a great time, and nobody's going to poop on my party, and everyone's going to want to do what I want to do. We're all just going to be vibing at the same level. And then I get into it, and my birthday is just okay, or it's good, but something happens, right? I will be devastated because I expected this to be the greatest day I've ever had. So instead of allowing myself to be like, I'm gonna make this many sales, I am going to sign up this many people to my mailing list, I'm going to get so much positive feedback, and this is gonna be such a huge thing that it's gonna change my life and it's gonna change their lives, and this is just gonna be amazing. Instead, I was like, okay, take a step back. You've never done this before. You probably did not do a good enough job getting to it in a timely manner 8 months later. So a lot of people probably aren't even interested in it anymore. And like, just manage your expectations, right? So instead of hoping, I hoped for the best. Let's say that. Instead of thinking this is going to be the greatest launch of all time, I was like, I am hoping that this will be the greatest launch of all time, but I will be happy if I help 10 people this weekend. 10 people. I can count them on my fingers. It's a great goal, right? It's an easily manageable goal, and pretty much guaranteed I'm gonna make 10 sales of that course, and I'm gonna get 10 people to add to that Discord server and to be part of that community with me. I'm sorry, I just got really excited. And so, god dang it, I just want to help people. Of course, there's the nose getting all pink because I thought about crying, but I'm not going to. I just want I think about the financial situation that I was in a few years ago, right? And I think about how hard that was for me and how hard it was for my relationship. And when we first had our daughter, how stressful it was. Because it was like, on one hand, like we can't even take care of ourselves. What are we gonna do now? We're screwed, right? And I don't want any other person to feel that way that I did. And when I first started in the online content world, let's just call it that, I didn't have anybody to help me. I didn't have anybody to guide me. I didn't have anyone's help. I just had to figure it out by myself. And if I had just had somebody's help, I would have been out situation, out of that debt, out of that stress, that agony years ago. If I had just had some guidance, like step by step, how do I get started? And so the idea that I can be that for other people really does drive me, and it brings me so much joy. And like, yeah, I want to make money too. So it's nice that I can make money helping other people, but I intentionally set the price to be low. For a course like this, I could easily charge like $89.99. But I know that when I was in that situation, I wouldn't have had $50, $20. I wouldn't have had that to spend on something like this. So I just want to help people, man. So that was my expectation. I told myself 10 people, 10 sales, 10 new boss bitches, and that'll be enough for me, and any more than that would be amazing. So that's that. Oh, my puppy's having a nightmare. It's okay. Waking her up a little bit. One sec. Okay. Good girl. Good girl. Are you awake? Are you awake? I don't think she's awake yet. Anyway. So that's the tea on that. Now into the juicy tea. I shouldn't even be saying this. So I was going to do a video titled Reading My Hate Comments. And I was searching for keywords to find hate comments, so like ugly, dumb, bitch, whatever. And in the search for hate comments, I came across an old video that I have privated about an incident from my past with not my last boyfriend, but my ex-fiance. And I came across that video, which he had commented on, and I saw that his name had changed from his first and last name to a different name. And I was like, does he have a YouTube channel? So I clicked it. Wouldn't you? I mean, come on. He's a great guy. I don't like harbor any ill will toward him. If anything, he harbors it toward me because I was the one who messed up that relationship. But he's a great dude, and so I clicked, and he's got a very, very small channel, very small, and he just started doing videos, and I was watching them, as I do, and it was weird. Like, I was watching this video. Alright, I'm gonna get deep again. Okay. I thought I remembered what it was like to be dating him, right? I thought I remembered what he was like. But then as I was watching his videos, I was like, I don't even recognize his voice. Like, I don't even remember what he sounded like or whatever, and he looks so And so I don't even like recognize him anymore, basically. And also, he has been in the military now for like, how many years would that be? Wow, like 8 years. Oh gosh, we're old. He's been in the military now for like 8 years, and he is just different. He's got different mannerisms, different ways of speaking. He's much more like somebody in the military, you know? And just watching him, I was like so proud of him. And like at one point, it was in his first video, and he was like, this channel isn't going to be all about motorcycles. This is also going to be about, you know, my dogs and my beautiful wife and like a couple other things that he said. And when he said my beautiful wife, I literally just started like, I won't say I cried, but my eyes welled up in tears, and I just got this huge smile on my face because I was just so happy for him. And I am so happy that he is happy and that he's got this life with this person who appears to be just lovely, and these dogs who I'm sure are just great. And he lives in a beautiful place, and I'm so happy for him. And I don't know, it was just like a cool moment where I truly just realized, like, I am so happy for this person. I'm not jealous or envious or, oh, I miss him or anything like that. It was just like it was a really pure moment for me. And yeah, I hope that my last boyfriend also ends up extremely happy with somebody who he loves and calls his beautiful wife too. And I just think that I've told my fiance this so many times, that I am so lucky to have had 3 just like awesome relationships. They all had their problems. I screwed all of them up at one point or another. But, and like with my first boyfriend, we were so young and stuff, so it wasn't like the healthiest. But damn, I'm lucky. Like, I don't have any issues with any of them to be like, oh, well, my first boyfriend, he was an asshole, or, you know, whatever. I don't have anything like that. Granted, I am blocked by both of them, so I know that they do not feel the same way about me. I know that I am probably the most toxic person they've ever dated, and the most toxic person they ever will date. But that just goes to show that age really does heal a lot of those character flaws and those personality flaws. Honestly, I don't know how people start dating somebody when they're like 15 or 16 and stay with them for a lifetime. They must either just be really secure and know who they are at 15 or 16, or they both just so happen to like figure it out along the way together. Because when I was 15, I was hands down 150,000% a different person. My sense of humor was different, my style was different, my insecurities were different, my aspirations were different. My just so different. And being in a relationship with me at that time is a day and night difference from being in a relationship with me now. And so I can't imagine staying with somebody for that long through all of the changes that I've had. Like, every 2 years, I'm like a totally new person. And I can't imagine being able to stay with somebody for that long and going through all of those metamorphoses. So, yeah, if you've done it, that's amazing. But it's good that I did not do that, because I don't know who I would be today if I had stayed with him. If I had gotten all of those wishes and wishes on stars and birthday candles and 11/11 wishes to just please let me end up with this person, please let me be happy, let us get married. If I had ended up that way, I wouldn't have my daughter, I wouldn't have my dog, I wouldn't have this YouTube channel, like I wouldn't have any of this. And I don't know who I would be or what I would think, or if I would still be stuck in that high school, jealous, you're mine relationship. You can't do anything, you can't be what you want. Like, I can't imagine being that person today. So I'm so glad that he has ended up with somebody who makes him a better version of himself. Whereas me, if we had ended up together, oh my god, we'd be divorced by now for sure. And that would have just been so hard. And then my last boyfriend, same thing. Like, if we had ended up together, guaranteed, like, we would have been happy. Like, we would have had a great friend-like relationship forever, because he was, like, literally my best friend. But we were not meant to be, and I know that because once I figured out, like, it was just like a moment in time that, like, all the lights just kind of shone on me. All the lights shone on me. Shined on me. A spotlight. I don't know. Would it be shone or shined? Anyway, it was just like all the heavens gates opened up and they were like, Brooke, this is not for you anymore. And that was so scary to realize that in my last relationship, because, like, he was my best friend. And so I was like, if I lose him, I not only lose him, my boyfriend, I lose him, my best friend, all of our friends that we have together, I lose all of them, and I have to start over and find new friends, find a new low battery again, find a new boyfriend, completely replan my whole life again. And it sucked because I was like, I just want to saying everything always ends up happening exactly the way it's supposed to. That's why the quote that I have on my website is, if you are reading this, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Because I believe that. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. Because I believe that. And I believe that if somebody is in the situation to where they end up on my website, and if they end up looking at that video in their checkout cart and being like, oh, should I do this? It's like, yes, you should. I wish that I had had something like that happen to me years ago, and that somebody would have just handed it to me and been like, here you go, do it. But I didn't, and I had to figure it out on my own, and I had to struggle, and I had to be poor, and I had to, stress for so many years about that. But it's good, because if I hadn't had that stress, if I had never suffered financially, mentally, emotionally, if I had never had to suffer, I would not be able to help other people today. I wouldn't. And I think that that's my purpose in life, is to help other women in some way. So, yeah, I'm gonna tell you this to end off this video, that the person who falls and gets back up is so much stronger than the person who never fell in the first place. You are stronger because you fell than if you had never fallen in the first place. If you fall, you have to force yourself and learn and try and try and try again until you get back up. And if you hadn't done that, if you hadn't had to go through that, then getting to that finish line would not be so sweet, and it wouldn't feel so good. And if you're struggling right now, there is a finish line, and it will get better. And if you're going through a heartbreak or a divorce or a loss of some kind, if you're going through really stressful